What do you think of Germany in the fall, Mom?
But I have never noticed so many colors until here in Germany.
I think of Germany, so great of Germany.
Why don't you talk to them about filling up gas?
Well,
So what did you think about Kita since you had to drop Willa off a couple times?
What did you think about it compared to driving in Utah?
very, very polite drivers. I did have to ask what the signs were because I thought it was awfully odd that you had a lot of arse farts going. Oh, those are so cute. I like how they smile and frown at you.
What is the noise?
A ding dong.
My mom had the Willa here in Nuremberg, which is a must if you come here to the city. So what did you think? My mom went to Kaufland in Weiden. So what did you think about prices?
Well, I think you have incredibly cool playgrounds. Definitely a different safety factor than in the United States.
In today's video, I have my American mom with us, and she's going to be telling you guys her first impressions on Germany. She spent the last few weeks here in this beautiful country while Tanner and I have been on a cruise exploring some incredible places around Europe. Meanwhile, my mom was having some cultural experiences here in Germany. So you guys are going to hear from her and hear what were some culture shocks from her and what her take on Germany is like.
And while my mother-in-law talks, we're going to be walking through the forest enjoying a beautiful Sunday afternoon.
Willa, look, what is it?
Mushroom.
More mushrooms.
This.
Oh, I know. Should we get one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, perfect. This is a Willa stick.
No, a big one.
This is a big one. Look how big it is. It's bigger than my hand.
That's that big. That's mine.
By the time you guys are watching this video, it's going to be November. We're currently filming this and it is October, so we're posting this video quite a bit later than we normally do. We try not to have that big of a gap, but we did so much traveling on that cruise, we just wanted to film so much of our experience, hence why we are still out here in jackets and it is a beautiful fall time.
Another mushroom, Willa.
A mushroom.
What color is it?
Purple.
Okay, what did you just say?
Being a mushroom just like her, I don't pay much attention to mushrooms, but I have never noticed so many colors until here in Germany.
So many different kinds of mushrooms, colors. Same here. When we moved here, we were like new to this whole foraging thing. And Tanner, on the way home from church today, you want to be in it? What did you say on the way home from church?
I saw someone like with a big basket of overflowing with mushrooms. So, just the season.
We actually posted on our Instagram a couple weeks ago, like if there's any experts near Grafenwehr that would love to take us foraging, we would be down for that. So next year during fall time, just know that offer still stands because we would love to learn more about it.
Yeah.
What do you see? Even more mushrooms?
And you have like a domey one, but your yard has dome ones.
What was that?
Is this a hunting stand?
Yes, Mom, good work. Yes, that's what that is. Okay, we're gonna start with the best story. You guys are gonna enjoy this. Why don't you talk to them about filling up gas?
Well, it's not near as odd as I thought now that I think back, but I pulled up to a gas station to get a little bit of gas, and there was no credit card place to put in my card, so I drove off.
She's like, oh, the next gas station is going to have a credit card thing.
Right. So I get to the next one, still no credit card spot.
Go figures.
So I go into the store thinking I've got to prepay. The nice clerk didn't speak any English, and I kept telling her what gas pump I was on, and she kept giving me a funny look as to no gas had been pumped.
She's like, cool, that's the number.
So I kept trying to ask in English because I speak zero German.
We should have given her like a little cheat sheet of at least numbers in German. That was our bad.
To ask her if I prepaid, and she just kept looking at me, and I said, do I get gas first? And finally a nice man who spoke English said, yes, please get your gas first.
So my mom was in Weiden, which is the biggest city near Grafenwehr, and there's a lot of Americans that live there. So luckily, to my mom's help, he came in and just spoke clear English for her to understand. And that's when she realized, oh, you got to fill up the gas first, and then everyone has to go in and pay for it. And that's weird because in the States, you can just pull up, take out your card, pay right there.
15, 20 years ago, you did do it that way in the US. I just had forgot.
Yeah, and Tanner and I were very surprised at that when we first moved to Germany too. So a big culture shock is just that you have to go in to pay for gas. I can just imagine you doing that while we were gone. I love it.
My beater down there.
There it is.
So there's a big boat here, and there's trees every day. We know.
Willa, what do you think of Germany?
I think of Germany, so great of Germany.
So in this forest, it's mostly evergreens. There's not a lot of like colorful leaves here, although it is fall. But we keep telling my mom, like, she is coming during one of Germany's best times. What do you think of Germany in the fall, Mom?
It is beautiful.
She drove to Nuremberg because that's the airport we flew out of. In that drive, whew, so many yellows, reds. I mean, just even driving on the Autobahn, which is, I guess, a good question now. You've had an experience on the Autobahn before. If you guys haven't seen that video, when her and my dad were here in Germany for their first time ever in Europe, actually, we had quite the experience on the Autobahn.
I don't think you're being catched.
Oh my gosh, he's lying.
That's almost as fast as I've ever gone.
Mom's like, Tanner, you're scaring us.
That was when my heart first sped up a little.
But my mom got to drive it herself.
And I drove it all by myself except for with little Willa. So nothing crazy. I just picked a car and followed it and figured they were driving a safe, reliable speed.
So there you go. You felt safe. Did you feel like, what did you think about it compared to driving in Utah?
Oh, people are much more considerate here.
It's true.
You drive down and you just hurry and pass and get right back over. No more of this hogging up both lanes, or all 3 lanes.
It really is actually hard to go back to Utah for us when we see that driving because it's very different.
Very, very polite drivers.
One thing that we've also talked about is how Germans are kind of rule followers. I think you also see that on the roads.
Right. And, you know, the lack of stop signs. It's just everything's a yield. Turn, and makes traffic flow so smooth.
There's a lot of roundabouts and a lot of yield signs here compared to Utah.
Yes.
This makes me laugh. We didn't put it in the video when they were first here, but what do you think of the exit signs? How do they sound? Like, how would you pronounce it?
I did have to ask what the signs were because I thought it was awfully odd that you had a lot of arse farts going.
Yeah, so of course if you're German, that's not how you pronounce it, but it gives us a good chuck when we heard my mom laugh about that. And not only did she, but my grandpa did as well when they came.
Go hand them in the dots. 1, 2,
That's English. Okay, try it in Deutsch.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect.
Woohoo!
Good job, sis. You forgot Zex, but that's okay. We'll get it next time, huh?
Look at that weird.
Whoa, that is weird, but really cool. Did you see any cops?
No.
Yeah, you never see cops. They have a lot of traffic cameras, but even Tanner and I, we are still surprised at how little and how infrequent we see cops. It's nice though, honestly it's nice. And also we were driving to church today and when we got into a little town, we have a little traffic thing that says like the speed you're going, and what did you say about it?
Oh, those are so cute. I like how they smile and frown at you. Let you know if you're doing a good job or a bad job.
If you've seen one of those here in Germany, I'm sure you know what we're talking about, but they smile if you're going the correct speed and frown if not, and my cute American mom thought that was just adorable.
I found a leaf. I miss goats.
Oh, look, there's a billy goat one. He has a beard.
They go back.
So what did you think about Kita since you had to drop Willa off a couple times?
I thought very unique. Very nice system where you just ring the little bell and they come and get them. You don't take them into their class. I think it makes the drop off quicker, easier, and less emotional.
Yeah, we agree. Definitely going from the younger group to this group that she's in now, it saves a lot of time, and it is, yes, emotionally easier.
And she loves her teachers. It was fun picking her up because every time I would go to get her, she would come out with this big smile and happy to see me, but you could tell she absolutely had a fabulous, wonderful day.
Well, the most colorful thing on some of this walk has been the berries that we just saw, and a couple weeks ago when Risa's grandparents were here, her grandma was like, I bet you can make something from these, like a jam or something. We did run into somebody who was picking these, and in a very Bavarian accent, she gave us instructions. All I really heard and understood was wash, cook, wash, let sit, cook it, something around that. I think it was mostly for like marmalades, jams, and like pie fillings. I could be wrong on the pie fillings part, and I don't remember the name, but something like Schneebeeren, which I know is not quite right because that would mean snowberry, right? But we're gonna give these a little bit of try and not eat bugs at the same time. And there is a pit, and it's like a little plum. It almost feels like your tongue is numb.
Oh. Can I see in the middle? Willa, show me what's in the middle.
A seat. And then I'm gonna eat it.
Thanks. What do you think?
What?
Is it sweet? A little sweet. Makes your tongue feel a little funny. Not in like a bad way. Doesn't it make your tongue feel a
Yeah, it
little
makes
funny?
it feel like kind of a dry, gives you a dry mouth.
They like remind you of like a mini plum.
Yeah.
But like they make you feel like, yeah, dry mouth / kind of like numb tongue. Kind of weird.
What is the noise?
A ding dong.
Flash forward, we're now in Nuremberg and we're experiencing, what's this, Willa? Some hot chocolate. It is one of my favorites here in Germany. If you've seen our Rothenburg video, I about died when I had my first drink of hot chocolate in Europe. They just do it better. It's darker chocolate, real chocolate, and it's really nice. So we're experiencing this with my mom, and it's fun because Christmas decorations are out, and it's kind of fun to see. Did you see some of the Christmas decorations?
A few, they're starting to get ready.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's so fun. And what did we eat for lunch? Did you have some rice?
Rice.
We had some Korean, and what did you have?
I don't know what it's called, but the 3 sausages on a bun.
My mom had the Dryam Vegla here in Nuremberg, which is a must if you come here to the city. So what did you think?
It wasn't bad. Probably not something I would get regularly, but something fun to try.
So there's a couple more things we wanted to talk about, and one of them was supermarkets. My mom went to Kaufland in Weiden, and what was the first thing that just got you so excited?
Shopping cart escalators. I have never seen an escalator that you can take your shopping cart on. Half the time they don't even let you take your stroller.
I think in Germany was the first time I saw one of those myself. I'm sure that there's some in the States, but for both of us it was the first time here in Germany. So what did you think about prices? Because I felt like so many of you guys have asked us, what is the price difference of groceries? And it's actually a video that I've been wanting to do. Now that you're here, what did you think about grocery prices?
Well, I didn't do a lot of basic grocery shopping, but the few things I did, avocados, raspberries, stuff like that, very comparable to my store in Utah.
There you go. Not a big difference. I feel like on our end, where we do a lot more in-depth grocery shopping, there's definitely some price differences, but that will be for another video, so kind of
And
fun
the cute
though.
little loaves of bread, though. Looking at the bread, actually trying to find waffles, and came across the little loaves of bread. And you can't buy quarter loaves of bread.
I know what you mean, like they're sliced, they're in the packaging, like not at the bakery.
Right.
So she's talking about like on the shelf. Yeah, they are cute. I've never even thought of that. When you last saw us, we were on a walk, and what you didn't see though is that we stopped at a playground.
Well, I think you have incredibly cool playgrounds. Definitely a different safety factor than in the United States. Most of the playground equipment I don't think would fly. But on the same hand, I think it gives kids the opportunity to grow. Yeah, I mean, a little more risk, doesn't hurt anybody.
Yeah, and
Natural consequence.
yeah, that's what she had said when she saw like a slide. She's like, okay, kids are gonna fall off of this. Very American perspective. Good example is like the stairs are typically always vertical to climb up and then go down a slide here in Germany. But in the States, oftentimes,
There's some that might have a little vertical, but there's a little more of a slant, so it's not a straight up and down.
yeah. My mom has been a great sport. Give it to her down in the comments because a whole video talking about her first impressions. She's been a champ. Oh, I was curious. We were gone for a week on our cruise, and my mom was with Willa. Did you feel safe? How was that factor?
I did. I felt safe. I didn't feel like there was any risk. Yeah, no, I think it's a good community. You know, safe. But I still didn't see cops.
Yeah. It's just a very safe place, so my mom feels it too, as well as Tanner and I. Do you want to say thanks, Grandma?
Thanks, Grandma.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
If you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, the subscribe button. Thanks for being here. Do you want to say see ya?